I see live.
Okay, hi Kathleen.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to talk with you about penguin problems tonight.
I know. I cannot believe we've had this book for so long and we haven't talked about it yet.
I know. It's exciting. We can share our first thoughts.
Okay, so in our post on To Writing Teachers, we will specify all the craft moves and stuff, but we just wanted to meet tonight to just share some book love, right?
Absolutely. I made some notes for our conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so I was thinking about the title, first of all, Penguin Problems. And I was thinking, like, how cool would it be to think about other animals and the problems they might have too? Like, what would it be? A giraffe's problems? What could be an elephant's problems? And my third graders, they study animals. So I was thinking that would be like a really natural, cool way for them to talk about an animal.
Oh my gosh, I never even thought of that, but that's a really great idea because they could include like the factual information they're learning in this kind of a story. That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, because I was thinking the author must have had to, Jory John must have had to like know a little more about penguins for some of the things he wrote about in the book. I thought kids could research too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so one of the things that I was thinking that kids might think was really cool was on this page. Let me see if I can get. I was thinking about this kind of illustration and how kids often just like draw one picture for the page, but how you could teach them to divide the page into four parts
Right.
and draw four pictures to show something.
And the different emotions and feelings. That's a great idea. I love them to
Yeah.
study illustrations like that. It really brings out so much more in the book.
Yeah.
Did you read the jacket? Because I thought that was pretty funny.
I did too. I had a Post-it note here because I was like, the voice in this front flap or jacket is it's hilarious. It is so funny.
It is, and it's like right away you get a sense of who this little penguin is, and it was making me think of kids who have a lot of worries or who feel anxious, like they might really like this penguin right away and relate to him.
Yeah, this front flap was actually one of my favorite parts of the book. I think it was so funny.
Yeah.
And do you know what I read this book to my own daughters who are 4 and 6, and their favorite part, and we have laughed over it so many times. Let me see if I can find it, was when the penguin is saying that everybody looks the same, and he goes up to the penguins and he says, "Mom," and the penguin goes, "I literally have no idea who you are." They thought that was so funny. We laughed and laughed over that.
That was really funny. I like that too. I literally have no idea. But I read the book a bunch of times too, and the more I read it, the more I felt like it was just like almost a book about mindfulness in a way, and about appreciation and gratitude. And I was looking at this page in particular. See if I can hold it up without dropping everything. But at the page where the penguin escapes being eaten by all the creatures, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm still hungry, my flipper page." Like, not at all like feeling, grateful that he just escaped these 3 different predators. So I thought that was pretty funny.
I know. I thought about that too, and thought about how the book almost makes light of that grumpy kind of like pessimistic attitude, and how you could almost use it to turn, like if you have students in your room who are having a day like that, you could almost use this book to like not make light of it, but to say like, "Are you having penguin problems today?"
It's true. It could really help them like see themselves in that light. And then when the walrus comes, he is definitely a very interesting character, and the tone of the book changes with his style of speaking, right? It's so different from the penguin and his advice of, "But lo, look around you, penguin." And I felt like his whole section was about being very mindful and appreciative.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned the tone, because I made that note on this page too about how different his voice is, and how, like, I want to study that. How did the author do that? Because the the language and everything is so different from the penguin.
It was so different. It's a stark contrast. Yes, that was like my favorite. And then I wanted to ask you what you thought about the ending, because I felt like it was sort of ending with this like penguin learned a lesson, but then the very last page,
I know.
why
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't read it, but the ending is unexpected and so funny. I thought it was so funny.
I think he still has more to learn. I think not quite done with his journey of appreciation.
Kathleen, have you shared this with your third graders yet?
So I haven't. I start back with my third graders in a couple weeks, September 6th. So it's
okay.
Top of my list, but I have shared it with my children. I have a son who started kindergarten, and he loved it. So I think it's a really fun book.
All right. Well, we'll say more about the craft moves in our post on Two Writing Teachers, but I'm glad we were able to get together for a few minutes and talk about the book, which I love. And I can't wait to hear how your students like it too.
Thank you, Dana. I will definitely fill you in. It was a great chat.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.